I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano along with Josh Reese and Aaron Rosa.
Guys.
The clown has no penis.
No. Guys.
I kill you, Lennon anymore.
Guys, it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the Catalina
It's
wine
fucking
mixer.
goddamn Catalina wine
It's the
mixer.
fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Is that not one of the classic one-liners?
Of course.
It's just great.
There's
And-
so many one-liners in this movie. This is one of the most quotable comedies of all time.
That's
Because
true.
it's one of the best comedies of all time.
It is.
It's
This
up
whole
there.
movie, like, you can't even make it a movie. This movie is just like 97 different quotes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We went back to the year 2008, and it's not the first time.
Damn, 2008.
What a great year for movies. The Dark Knight, Step Brothers, Iron Man,
Oh, shit.
Was that the same year?
OG Iron Man?
The Incredible Hulk, which I actually did love. I don't know, a lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it. The Ed Norton one.
I enjoyed it. That was a good movie.
Yeah. 2008 was good, man. It was a good year for movies. Man, they said a lot of stuff you can't say anymore in Step Brothers.
That's true.
And they were all from one character. Oh, we miss
Mostly.
we miss some of these words. We miss some of this.
Well, yeah. Anyways, yeah, can't wait to talk more about Step Brothers, but don't worry, no spoilers yet.
Well, if you haven't seen the movie, I don't
Yeah, no, it was a
think there's
joke.
anything to spoil.
It was 15 years ago. Come on.
Yeah.
So make sure before we get to news and rumors, go to patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. We just finished The Mandalorian, and now we're going to be doing season 4 of Barry.
It's gonna be rough.
Final season.
I can't wait.
Wow.
Aaron's going to hate it.
I really can wait. Jesus.
Have you caught up now,
It's a
Aaron?
comedy.
I have caught up. It is.
It's
are
a
you
comedy.
shitting me? A comedy?
Yes.
It's a dramedy? Dramedy?
The first two
a
seasons,
comedy.
you kind of like you have that hope of, okay, maybe this is a hitman and maybe he's gonna redeem himself, and then the ship has sailed. It's already
show
gone.
is
But
hilarious.
season 3,
Yes.
season 3, it gets so much worse. Holy shit! I can only imagine what
in the
season 4 is
funniest
gonna
way
do.
possible.
Oh,
Yeah. So if you want to watch Barry with us, sign up at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash.
Please do. We're hoping this will be a lot better than The Mandalorian.
I bet it. I'm sure it will be. Yeah. So all right, let's get to the Hollywood Hogwash. So Jonathan Majors has been dropped by his talent agency and PR firm following his domestic violence charges. There's also rumors that Marvel is currently looking for an actor to replace him going forward as Kang the Conqueror.
why? No, don't recast Kang. Give us Doctor Doom.
Well,
This is the perfect opportunity. You can have Doctor Doom show up and say, yeah, I saw that Kang's pulling some shit and I don't need any of this. And he kills all of the Kangs. And now Doctor Doom is
Yeah.
what you've got to deal with.
That would
It's
be
the
a very
perfect
Doctor
opening.
Doom thing as
Nobody
well.
gives a fuck about Kang. Everybody would shit their pants at Doctor Doom. It's the
Right.
perfect opening.
And
Well-
talk about a big baddie. Finally, a big baddie. Because you're setting up Kang to be this like big, destructive, world-ending guy. And then Doctor Doom just comes in like, bam.
Did you actually just say big baddie?
Big baddie. Yeah.
It's not good, Josh.
Like Megan Thee Stallion is a big baddie?
I'm trying, Megan, whatever. He's a big bad. A big bad. There you go.
Oh, a big bad.
A big
okay.
bad.
Look, I think we're going to get Doctor Doom in a couple years when the Fantastic Four reboot comes out.
No, give it to us now. It's the perfect
No.
opportunity. No, it's the perfect opportunity. No one wants to see Kang recast. Nobody cares about Kang. The fans are already
Well, it's been horrible.
losing interest
if
in
they
this.
do Doctor Doom, what makes you think they're going to do it correctly?
the
Wow, that's
'Cause
true.
Marvel-
That's true. They've been dropping the A ball.
Yeah. If anything, they're just going to ruin Doctor Doom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so CNN is reporting that he will still be fully exonerated per his attorney. So, I mean,
Well,
Jonathan
CNN's
Majors,
not saying that. His attorney's saying
his,
that.
his attorney is saying
CNN
that.
fully backs Jonathan
No,
Majors.
CNN is
Nope.
reporting that. Excuse me. They're reporting that he's going to be, his attorney says that he's going to be fully exonerated.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's a little late,
I
though.
don't know. I
It's
don't
a little
know.
late.
But Marvel, in their past, they've had no problem swapping people in and out.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Rhodey was played by someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Who?
Oh shit! Shit! You stopped my head.
Yeah.
Hotel Rwanda. Help me out! Help me out, Aaron.
No.
Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle.
There you go.
That's
There
right.
And
you
who is
go.
the original?
Fuck! I can't think of the original
Oh,
guy's
Josh,
name.
you're so racist.
No, I can't think of his name. Don
believe
Cheadle's the
this.
only guy out of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the original? What was his name?
I don't know. You tell me, Josh.
God damn it! No.
You're the racist. You tell me.
Shut up! Shut up.
That's terrible, Josh.
Mexican can't be racist.
How could you not know the name? That's unbelievable. Man.
What's the name, Andrew?
What?
That's
What's
right.
the name? I'm the one.
Is it Colin Powell?
It's Terrence Howard, dummy.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
What an
go.
idiot. I definitely didn't just look that up because I forgot because that guy hasn't been in a movie in forever.
long
All
time.
right, yeah. So we'll see what they do with Kang. I don't really care, honestly. I mean,
But that's the problem.
Ant-Man 3 sucks.
That's the problem. We don't care because it's Kang.
He was
This is
good
the-
in Loki.
This is the
He had the
perf-
one scene.
Right,
He's going to
well,
be in
yes.
Loki 3.
Yes,
too.
but this is the perfect excuse to get rid of that, to pivot and give us something better.
Pivot.
And they're not going to do it. They're just going to recast him.
We'll see what happens.
Come on.
They can't mess up the 20-year timeline they have.
Gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Kang has done a lot already. It would be, it would kind of be a disservice just to throw him away off screen. Like, he's responsible for the whole TVA shit. He's responsible for a lot of the whole multiverse breaking,
Yeah.
you know?
It is kind of funny, like the last scene in Ant-Man was that stadium full of Kang variants, all Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
So
They're
now,
going to pull a George Lucas and, like, put the new actor's face in that movie.
or there's just going to be one Kang variant that we didn't see. That was a different person.
That was the other. You know what? That's probably the way to go because we have Spider-Man that all look different.
Right.
Spider-Man's the only one
That's right.
that has they look different. They're actually different people. But then in Doctor Strange, all the Doctor Stranges are the same.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's kind of funny how they do. Like that's the perfect excuse to have other actors, like other big name actors have cameos. Like we heard that, the rumor about Tom Cruise was going to play Tony Stark, but you could have had other big name actors play the
Different
like
variants.
Doctor Strange variants,
Right.
Oh, look, there's a variant of Kang that looks just like Denzel. Imagine that.
Good Lord, if they could get Denzel.
Oh, my God.
They would have already.
Yeah.
Great.
Amazing.
I mean, look, I didn't care about Thanos until Infinity War. So, like, as long as when they do Kang Dynasty, as long as it's done well, that's all that's going to matter. Now, do I have faith that's going to be done well? Of course not. Absolutely not.
Right.
But
it's just,
everything seems like it's swinging in DC's direction, positively for them. And speaking of which, the Russo brothers, who did Infinity War and Endgame, recently told comicbook.com that it would be a no-brainer to direct a DCU movie with James Gunn as the co-CEO.
Jesus.
Oh.
They also mentioned that Batman is one of their favorite characters.
Sound the alarm. What?
This is me squealing like a little girl. This feels like, do you remember, okay, for all the wrestling fans out there, for a couple years when the polar opposites changed and WCW took over and they were all of a sudden out in front, we were like, what is happening? DC is out in front of Marvel right now. That's what everybody's excited about.
Yeah.
Nobody's excited about Marvel.
Right.
But the Russo brothers will get people excited.
It's because Kevin Feige's phoning it in. They've already done everything that they can do. They've told so many stories. And, the Russo brothers saw the writing on the wall. James Gunn is a badass. But, I mean, they're going to kill Batman, Aaron.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Maybe eventually, Maybe in like 10 years, like Tony Stark, right?
By the way, I'm still convinced. I know you disagree, but in this Flash movie coming up, Michael Keaton's playing. He's not playing Bruce Wayne.
Yes, he is.
He's playing Thomas.
He's not.
Thomas Wayne?
He's not.
He's playing Thomas.
I think it's Thomas Wayne.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No one's gonna be satisfied with that. He has the same fucking Batmobile.
I know that, but you know the storyline of this story arc.
Doesn't fucking matter.
You know what characters are in
They
this
always go
Okay.
with the story arc.
Okay, so you're telling me Infinity War was exactly the same as the comics? Not even fucking close.
No,
Okay,
but DC
fair.
does do it a little bit better. They pull
nothing's
from the
been-
com-
Okay,
No,
Josh,
let's-
hold on. What are you
let's
talking
tap the
about?
brakes
What are
there,
you talking about, DC? They haven't done anything better yet.
A DC pulls from the comics a little bit better, from what I understand.
Oh, like Batman and Superman, where Batman's just straight up murdering everyone. Yeah, that's it. Right from the comics.
Maybe not
straight
that
from
one
the
expect-
comics.
and
Let's
maybe not
tap
that
the
one
brakes
exactly.
a little bit,
Yeah,
Josh.
no.
They made a great Wonder Woman movie that
Infinity
everybody
War
liked.
was completely different from the comics. Thanos was only doing it to impress Death.
Right.
Some fucking lady Death. Like, she wasn't even in any of these movies. Like, they knew that would have been absurd.
Yeah, and the way that story ended, it was nothing. It was
Thanos, like, goes to
nothing
jail.
like the movie.
Thanos got arrested by cops. I saw some comic frame of like Thanos getting arrested by cops online, but I didn't know if that was a joke. I assumed it was a joke, right? Or is that what happens?
It might be.
I don't. I'm
It'd
pretty
be
sure.
fucking hilarious if he just gets arrested by
Space
cops.
cops.
Oh,
Space
shit.
cops.
Yeah,
Oh shit! I ran a red light.
it's gotta be a joke. I don't know, but yeah, I'm still sticking with no way. You change some things, you're always gonna change some things in movies. You have Michael Keaton. He's gonna be Bruce fucking Wayne. He's gonna be the same Batman that he always was. Trust me.
I don't know.
I know
maybe-
how this shit works.
I don't know. Maybe that's how you get Michael Keaton back. It's like, all right, look, I know you don't want to do the same shit again. You're not playing Bruce Wayne this time. You're playing Thomas Wayne, and that's what piques his interest.
We've had no inkling that like the Joker is in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like who's playing Martha Wayne as the Joker in this movie? It's not happening.
all right, that's fair.
We're not getting that.
That's fair.
They're not doing anytime they adapt anything. There hasn't been a movie yet. Maybe Sin City is like the only one that is like 100% comic book accurate.
I don't know. I just feel like they're going to find a way to have Affleck show up. And
Sure.
the only way you can do that, like you can't have two Bruce Waynes. So maybe you've got Affleck as Bruce and
Bruce
you've
said
got
he's-
Keaton as Thomas.
Affleck said he's in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what are you talking about? We had 3 Peter Parkers in the Spider-Man movie.
Right.
Affleck probably would have spoiled
We'll
it if
see.
there was a Thomas Wayne too.
We'll see.
I'm playing Bruce Wayne's son.
Yeah,
Or Thomas
I don't know.
Wayne's son.
Anyways, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, the Tobey Maguire ones, and then the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 are all now on Disney Plus. So there's 2 good movies in there somewhere.
There's more than that. A few.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 are good. I liked Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know a lot of people hated it, and actually that's part of the reason why they rebooted it again. But I liked Amazing Spider-Man 2. I just didn't like the end. The end was so bleak. Like with them killing Gwen Stacy. And obviously you knew it was going to happen.
Sure.
But it would have been cool if they like swerved us, because in the comics it was a swerve. It was like a big reveal and, just kind of like a twist that Gwen Stacy died. So you could have done it again in the movie where the twist is she doesn't die.
And that's what I was thinking. That's what that actually, they got me with that because
Yeah.
I thought, okay, they're doing something different here. They're not going to do MJ. They're going to give us Gwen
Right.
as his
Right.
MJ.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe they would do that swerve and let her be his MJ and
Yeah.
not have her die.
But I guess
And then they
not.
did Spider-Man Homecoming, and then they did Far From Home, and I was like, oh, this is a nice change of pace. You know, we've seen Spider-Man cry for 5 movies, and now we're going to have a couple movies where he doesn't cry anymore. That's great. I like this change. And then they made No Way Home where Spider-Man cries for 3 hours.
Yeah, not for 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
Maybe 2.5.
And for anybody who knows Andrew, the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, that's a wild one because this is a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man's his favorite superhero. And B, it's a Spider-Man movie with Dennis Leary. Andrew fucking loves Dennis Leary.
That's true.
And the fact that he's not in love with that movie
I
is
hated it.
shocking.
I hated it.
Shocking.
Hated it so much. Peter Parker is like Andrew Garfield is the coolest fucking loser. He's a fucking male model in that movie.
He was
and yet
a little
he's a
too
fucking
cool.
loser. It
Nerd.
makes no sense.
He was a little too cool.
Right.
I did enjoy those 2 movies. I hated the end of 2, super bleak, I agree.
2 was so much fun. 2 was like 2 hours of just fun, and then you want to die.
Super, yeah, right, yeah. But I actually enjoyed those 2 movies. I know a lot of people shit on those, but I enjoyed those.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man Homecoming and Venom. They'll also be coming to Disney Plus on May 12th. So again, one amazing movie and one shitty one.
So Andrew is really looking forward to Venom.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll never watch Venom 1, especially Venom 2 ever again.
But Venom 3 you're all in for.
Dude, I can't. I know they're making it and it's coming out. I can't. I just can't do it. We're not going to do it that week.
We're going to watch something, whatever the anti of Venom is.
Yeah.
What are they doing with a third one?
I have no idea.
We're going to watch Paddington too.
Again, let me guess. Venom fights another symbiote, and the CGI's fucking terrible. The story's terrible, and the Venom symbiote talks to Eddie. All right, just stop. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
So
Poor
fucking
Andrew.
talk about going off the going completely, like the complete opposite from what the comics are,
That is
and
very
making
true.
it terrible.
Right.
Like you could change stuff from the comics as long as you make it better. And the Venom movies are not better.
No, they're not very good.
Especially when he's going to team up with Morbius and Vulture.
I didn't need to be reminded about
and
that.
Craven.
What did you think about the first Venom movie? Not the second one, the first one, Josh.
I mean, I thought it was fine. It wasn't great. It was fine.
Okay.
But do you know about the Venom character well?
I mean, not a
not the-
tremendous amount, but I enjoyed the first one. I didn't love it.
Like
I
Aaron.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know the character very well, but it's fine.
Yeah, well, that's
But
not
I
the
can't really
character.
talk to you about it because I'm not a Spider-Man guy,
Yeah.
so I can't really like you've got way stronger feelings about it than I do.
Yeah. Also, Legendary Pictures announced the next film for their Monsterverse. It's the last one was Kong versus Godzilla.
Yep.
Now this is Kong X Godzilla, the New Empire.
Okay.
What does
Godzilla?
X mean? Like they're teaming up?
Kong and Godzilla instead of Kong versus Godzilla?
Well, what's X? Kong X?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Kong X Godzilla, like BFFs. That's what it should be called.
The best
Kong and Kong X Godzilla, BFFs.
Forever.
to me the 2 good ones of that series, there was the Skull Island. That was great.
Skull Island is up here.
Right.
And the rest of them are underneath the fucking ground.
Well, look, I
I
still
never saw
look.
Skull Island.
I liked this second Godzilla one, the King of the Monsters, the
Yeah.
one with
Yeah,
what
but
the hell is the name of
that
that?
fucking actress, her plan was so dumb.
Right.
I hated that.
right, but
The Godzilla movies focus way too much on their boring characters, whereas Skull Island, all the characters were interesting, they were fun, and it was more just about King Kong like killing everyone.
Right.
And then Godzilla, just I don't know. And I've always liked Godzilla more, but those Godzilla movies were boring.
well, I completely agree. Skull Island was the best of all of them, but
Yeah.
I still enjoyed that second Godzilla one. It was God damn it! What was the name of that 3-headed dragon that he fought against in the second one? It was like
forgot his name.
King.
King Gordash.
I can't
God
remember.
damn it.
But like Andrew,
I'm drawing a blank.
like Andrew said,
I enjoyed it.
I mean, you don't really get much like monsters wrecking shit.
I think it was King Ghidorah or something.
Ghidorah.
There you go.
Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of monster fights.
No, I mean, I remember I watched the first Godzilla one, the one with Bryan Cranston. Okay, all right.
Fuck that movie.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie.
Here it comes.
They
Right
should've-
after Breaking Bad ends, okay? The year after. And it's like, holy shit, they rebooted Godzilla and Bryan Cranston is the fucking star.
So Andrew and I have had this discussion before or more. I've shouted this at Andrew before. Josh, maybe this is the first time. Here's how you fix that movie. Here's how you fix that movie and make it a fucking gem is you reverse it.
Absolutely.
This movie is, so it's Bryan Cranston, that's who they're advertising.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Bryan Cranston. And then there's his boring son in the movie that nobody gives a shit
Aaron
about.
Taylor Johnson.
Correct. Kick-ass.
Jesus.
And Cranston dies in a super lame way.
Like in an hour in.
Right. And then his boring son, who you don't care about, is like trying to avenge his dad and nobody gives a shit.
No one cares.
You reverse it. Bryan Cranston, who's already lost his wife to this shit, you have his son die instead of Cranston.
Yeah.
And then Cranston, who's the star of the whole movie, he's now avenging both his wife and his son. Really? That's how you fix that movie. We get Cranston the whole movie.
And when they show Godzilla and the other fucking monster fight, show them fucking fight. Every time they're about to fight, they would cut away. And it's like, what the fuck? I wanted to see that monster fight.
Yep.
Why can't we see it? Anyways, that's our Godzilla rant.
Yep.
So Netflix, Josh is very upset about it.
I'm very upset.
You okay, Josh?
Maybe take a break.
Josh is gonna die. Josh is gonna die, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, Josh might be back.
Okay.
We'll see. All right, so moving on. Netflix announced that after 25 years, it will end its DVD mail service on September 29th. September 29th, they're mailing out their last DVDs.
So the real news of this is Netflix was still mailing out DVDs in 2023. Who knew that?
Dude, who knew that they were doing this in 1998?
Jesus Christ. I cut that off in like the mid 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
Like we all had that back in the day and we all got the little rush when the DVD showed up.
Uh-huh.
How
You
are
okay,
they
Josh?
still doing that?
I'm better.
You gonna live, Josh?
Sad that Michael Cranston died.
Oh my God, he's got like tears running down his face. Oh, Josh.
okay,
I was really emotional. I really liked that movie.
Oh no.
Maybe no more soda before the podcast.
It's so sad.
If I drink soda before the show, I get all like, I get all phlegmy.
I can handle it. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, like I remember the reason why I signed up for Netflix in the first place. Way before they had a streaming service. Me and my friends in high school, like we watched these bad movies on purpose. Like we talked about, I think we've talked about that before on the show.
Thanksgiving.
Well, this is way before Thanksgiving.
Oh.
But we would go to this video store that just had a fuck ton of really bad movies. And we saw this trailer for this movie called Faust. And it was just one of the worst it was hilarious. The trailer was so fucking funny. And we couldn't find it at any video store. So we heard about Netflix. This was probably like 2004, honestly. We heard about Netflix. I went online. I signed up. I saw that they have Faust. And I fucking said, mail that shit to me. And they did. And we watched Faust. And then, I had a Netflix account just for the mail service for years. In fact, me and Aaron, they had friends. You remember they had friends?
That's
They had
right.
social media
That's
on the
right.
website. Aaron and I were
Really?
friends.
That's
and you
right.
and I could see your list of the movies that you want to watch.
Yep.
You can see mine.
That's kinda cool.
We
I
could
don't remember
recommend
that.
movies to each other. Then they also had lists hey, you can make your top 25 favorite movies of all time.
I
and
forgot all about that.
it was so much fun.
That was
Yeah.
great. I loved
Shit,
that.
that seems like a good service.
It was.
Wow.
And they got rid of the Friends thing long ago. And now the DVDs are donezo.
Because for
crazy.
people who love movies, that's let's make this whole experience fun. We love this.
Yes.
We're all in love with this.
It was awesome.
Let's make the process fun and then just get rid of it.
I know. I miss those days because
Yep.
now you fucking go on Netflix and there's 1,000 movies And you can't pick one because there's too many choices.
There's too many choices, and they
Too
got
many
rid
choices.
of. They got rid of like the rating system,
And half of them
Yeah.
are
that's
like
gone too.
Bollywood movies you've never heard of
Most
before.
of them most of the stuff on Netflix now is original content. And that's the problem because most of their shit sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a
that's-
lot of it.
I love Stranger Things. Don't get me wrong.
But
but
that
like
has
other
become
than
a problem.
Stranger Things, there'd be no reason for me to have a Netflix account, and that's why I use my sister's. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
that's
like I don't even go to Netflix.
That's a whole other conversation because we saw this coming. We saw this coming that the world was going to turn into you're going to have 9 different streaming accounts.
Right.
Right.
Because Paramount's got these movies and Netflix has these movies. And there's not just for original content, new shit you want to see, but hey, you want to watch Predator? Well, you've got to get, this other streaming account for
Right.
whoever owns the rights now.
Oh yeah.
No, but to Andrew's point, like there is like only one thing that I watch on Netflix. I watch Drive to Survive. That's it. If not for that, I wouldn't watch Netflix.
You also watched the Jason Bateman show, but that's over with now, right?
Which one's that one?
The fucking
Oh yeah, that one's over. The original content. Yeah, Ozarks.
Ozark.
Yeah.
Ozark.
Ozark. I did have some interesting tidbits about this though. So apparently, the first DVD that was shipped was Beetlejuice. That was the first DVD.
Okay.
Great.
Netflix since that time has shipped over 5.2 billion titles,
Wow.
which is crazy. Like, how are they not making money? Why are they shutting this down?
Well, no. They're shutting it down because there's probably not even that many people that use it anymore, and it costs more money to do this versus hey, just sign up for our streaming app.
Sure.
Yeah, while you were in the other room dying,
I was dying.
Andrew was talking about this, and I was saying, yeah, the news on this is how is Netflix even still mailing out DVDs in 2023?
The old lady next to me was still getting them in the mailbox.
Yeah, Josh.
Crazy.
Because she's old.
I'm just saying, people do get them.
Because she's old.
I was surprised to see it myself.
and she
'Cause
probably
she's old as fuck.
yes.
She was old as fuck.
Who has a DVD player anymore that they use?
She's probably still alive. The other thing I thought was interesting.
Can you mail me VHS?
So the most popular title rented, or I guess shipped out, what do y'all guys think it is? Just one guess each.
Like over the life of Netflix?
Over the lifetime of Netflix.
This is great that you found this.
Oh,
Where did you
that's-
find this?
That's a good question.
I think it was on Variety, maybe.
You know what? I'm gonna say The Dark Knight.
No.
no.
Aaron, your
I'm,
choice.
I'm going to say Titanic?
Also, no.
What's the genre?
The genre, feel-good movie.
Back to the Future.
No.
A feel-good movie?
A feel-good movie.
No, action, comedy, drama, thriller.
I guess it's more of
Adventure?
a drama. No, more of a drama.
A
Feel-good drama?
Feel-good drama.
You'll understand when I tell you the title.
Teen Wolf? What are you talking
Wait,
about?
is it It's a Wonderful Life?
No. It's
Who's in it? Who's in it? Who's the star?
Sandra Bullock.
The
What?
Net?
No.
Wait. Speed?
No.
Gravity?
A feel-good drama?
you're
with
gonna-
Miss
Sandra
Congeniality?
Bullock.
No, when you hear it,
No,
you're
you
gonna
said drama.
No, and I said feel good drama. When you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh, you're right.
I don't know that many Sandra Bullock movies.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait,
Okay, I give up. wait. No, all right, go ahead, tell me.
It's just, okay. Let's see if I can narrow this down a little bit more. It's a Sandra Bullock movie where she adopts a child.
adopts a
That
child.
movie? I definitely didn't see it. Just tell me what it is.
no.
The Blind Side.
That's
What?
Hold on.
What?
That's the biggest rented
Yes.
Netflix DVD?
Yes.
The Blind
The
Side?
2009 Sandra Bullock hit is the most popular postal title.
Wow.
And what's the second most?
I don't know. The list just had one.
What?
That doesn't make
How is
any
that
fucking
possible?
sense.
What?
Yeah,
That can't
it's
be
okay. So feel good drama, right? Feel good drama.
Yes.
that's a decent explanation for it.
I'm just
Sure.
still trying to understand how that's the most rented DVD.
That movie was decent.
People love Sandra Bullock, and I
movie was
guess
okay.
Alabama football.
I guess so. That's probably all it is those fucking Alabamas.
People in Alabama, they don't have streaming; they just have DVD players.
That's what it is.
If you love Sandra Bullock, watch Speed.
That's funny.
Yeah, Speed's way better. Yeah, that's hilarious. Anything else from Netflix?
No, not from Netflix.
I'll never forget the first movie, Faust. I don't know what the last movie was, but yeah.
I can't recall what my
There was
first one
everyone
was.
like went through that phase where like you rented a movie and then like you kept it for a month and you're like, fuck, I need to watch this because I'm paying like
Yes.
$15 and I need to.
Right. Yep.
Like next thing you know, you have a movie for like a month or 2 months. And you're
I
like,
just spent $10 to hold on to this movie for a fucking month.
I might as well own it now. They've
Yep.
just charged me
I
because
should've
it's
just-
so
lost.
many movies, dude.
Should have just bought the fucking thing.
I remember renting. I remember having them ship Wicker Man to me because I wanted to see the Nicolas Cage movie, and then I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
It got really bad when you would just sit on a DVD for like 3 months and you're
Yeah.
like, ugh,
Right?
God damn it.
Because sometimes you're like, "God, do I really want to see this movie?" And then you get it, and you're like, "Maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow," and then you just
Yeah.
don't do it for a while.
That's where streaming's got you.
Yeah, it's
Very
true.
true.
Also, Deadline reports that the National Treasure Edge of History series has been canceled by Disney Plus after just one season, and I wonder why. Why did it get canceled? Maybe because the only reason people liked National Treasures because it had me, Nicolas Cage.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have a non-Nicolas Cage National Treasure.
You know, it'd be like if you did a Face Off sequel
with only John
without
Travolta.
Nicolas Cage,
Without the faces to come off.
or Con Air 2 with no Cage.
Damn, could they make a Con Air too?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Here's how bad they did marketing that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
National
Like
Treasure.
I have Disney Plus and I didn't even know that
You know
was a
what?
thing.
You know what? Doing that, like, that'd be like doing Independence Day 2 without Will Smith. I mean, that would just be really stupid.
Yeah, it'd be a shitty idea.
Be so
can
dumb.
you imagine?
Can you imagine how dumb
Can you
that'd be?
fucking imagine?
Yeah.
well,
Wow.
Imagine like they did the second one and they're like, "Hey, let's combine aliens with Godzilla and Star Wars."
Wow.
And then like we'll have a Godzilla-sized alien and then like Jeff Goldblum could be like driving away from it on a school bus cuz that's what he What the fuck was that movie?
And you know what? Hey, you know how much y'all loved Will Smith in that movie? Let's kill him off screen.
Off screen.
Off screen death.
And then the scientist that you thought died in the first one, release me, at the end is just straight up owning aliens with a fucking gun.
Brent
and then
Spiner.
he's the last line of the movie, we're going to kick some alien ass. And then it's like, no, you're not, because no one liked this movie, and they're never going to make a third one.
Love Brent Spiner.
no, probably not.
Love you, Brent Spiner.
But to your point, Aaron, how you didn't know that movie came out? It's just that all these
Yes.
companies have so much IP that they're like, well, we don't want to sit on it. We'll just make random shows.
Like,
so
I'm-
many random shows.
I'm a good example for the everyman. Like, I'm not on top of every single new piece of Hollywood news. I've got Disney Plus. I love Nick Cage, and I didn't fucking know this show
Yeah,
was a thing.
Because Nick Cage ain't in it.
Why? What are you doing?
It's Harvey Keitel was in it. It was about his like granddaughter or some shit.
Whatever.
It's like, yeah, I mean, that's like doing Indiana Jones without Ford, without Harrison Ford. You can't do it. It's, you know.
So, have either of you played Red Dead Redemption 2? I think I remember you said you played a little bit of the first one.
Yeah.
Josh, have you played either of the games?
I have not, but I know it's a cowboy game.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of talked about this once.
It's GTA for cowboys.
Right. How it would make a great movie adaptation.
Yeah.
So I saw a suggested cast for this movie. This might not mean anything to you guys since you haven't played the game, but
Sure.
I'm sure some people listening. So what I saw was Tom Hardy as Arthur Morgan. I think that's fucking awesome. I would love to see that.
Main character?
Yes, he's the main character of the second one. The first game is John Marston, but the second game, it's mostly Arthur Morgan.
Okay.
There's a little bit of jumping in time.
main
So I would
character.
love to see that. Jeff Bridges as Dutch.
Well, Jeff Bridges, yeah, he knows how to play a cowboy. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
he knows how to play a cowboy. I would love to see that. This one, they suggested Norman Reedus as John Marston, but I have an alternate suggestion on this one. Lauren Cohan as Abigail Marston, which I think that's a great one because she knows how to play a tough fucking woman that would
What
kick
is she
ass.
from?
That's
Walking Dead.
Oh, she looks weird there.
She's Maggie.
So
yeah,
the person who cast this really likes Walking Dead.
right. Yeah, right. Obviously, but
What's Negan playing?
hold on. I'll get. To,
Oh, he is.
I'll get to it, jackass. Johnny Depp is Micah, which I really like that. They've got Pedro Pascal
Of course.
as Javier
He has to
Escuela.
be in everything.
But what I would do,
He's shepherding child.
I would put Pedro Pascal as John Marston. I would pay a lot of fucking money to
Does
watch
he
Pedro.
escort like a young cowboy across the
Desert.
town?
No, but I would pay a lot of fucking money to watch Pedro Pascal be John Marston.
Uh-huh.
And then they had Margot Robbie as Sadie.
Sure, why not?
That's sure. Jack Black as Uncle. And then Clint Eastwood as Hosea, which, I mean, he's like 97 now. Yeah, you got to replace him. And then you've got David Harbour as Bill Williamson.
Sure.
I like that one.
How many fucking characters are in this game?
There's a lot of fucking characters in this game. So this is
Seems
more
like
for,
it's gonna happen, and it should be a series rather than a movie, just like The Last of Us.
There's
you know?
way too much for it to be a movie.
Sure.
It would have to be
Yeah.
a series.
Put
but
it on
it's-
Netflix. We'll watch it.
Yeah, I promise both of you, if you played the game, you would really like the story.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play it. Our friend Steven's actually just started playing it recently, and he's loving it. So, yeah. Do you got anything else, Josh?
I have something. So there's apparently a writer's strike that's, I guess,
Looming.
going on or looming.
Looming.
So I thought this was interesting. I found this last month, but
The last one they did fucked everything up.
yeah,
It delayed
everything behind.
Rescue Me like 2 fucking years for season 5. I was pissed, man.
But I thought this was kind of interesting. I found it last month. Apparently, the Writers Guild of America is considering letting ChatGPT write Hollywood scripts,
Oh boy.
which I
But then
think
why it doesn't make any sense, because then why would they need you anymore?
right. Well, here's what they have according to
Or
Variety.
they're trying to say like, look, Chat GPT can't do what we do.
Well, no, they're saying that it could help. So under the
sounds
Writers
really
Guild of
stupid.
America's proposal, a human writer could use ChatGPT to write a script and would not have to share writing credit or any residuals earned from the production. Because, like, who are you going to give the residuals to?
The owner of Chat GPT. I mean, you would seem like you would absolutely have to do that.
I guess.
Absolutely. I think they're trolling here. This seems like a big troll.
It's from Variety.
No, I know. I'm saying the writers saying all this seems like a troll job or something.
Which is weird because, ChatGPT could put them out of business.
I'm sure that Chat GPT could write episodes for Big Bang Theory.
For sure. It's so
Any of those network shows.
Right. So likewise, the studio could hand an AI-generated script to a human for edits and rewrites, and the human writer would retain credit for being the first writer on the project. So that's crazy. Like a studio executive or someone would just create something through ChatGPT, and then this looks all right. Let's hand it to a writer. And then a writer just writes it up. I don't know. This seems like it's kind of just wonky territory.
Has anybody looked into Chat GPT?
Yeah, it's crazy.
To see if there's a Miles Dyson working for this company?
Who's Miles
Because
Dyson? I don't know who Miles Dyson is.
Terminator 2, Cyberdyne,
You're
Yeah.
right.
like it's creeping me the fuck out.
No.
Right.
Have you ever used
Like the-
ChatGPT?
I have not, but I've seen a lot of shit. Have you guys heard about the current phone scam that's going on? The AI phone scam.
Yeah.
Right.
We've all
Yes.
heard about this shit.
Yes, they can use
They can clone
your
your
actual voice.
So
Yeah.
like our grandmas are going to get phone calls with our voice, like, "Hey, I'm in jail. Can you wire transfer me some money?" And our poor grandmas are going to.
You have to go
Thankfully,
to
mine are
get
dead
duped.
and they can't get ripped off.
HEB.
Oh, well, that's
and
good.
Yeah.
Get an Apple gift card and then read me the numbers over the phone.
Right.
Yeah. No, so it's just crazy. Like, AI
Well, the
is starting
old people have fell for a lot easier shit
Well, that's true.
than that.
Right. But yeah, so I don't know where this is, where this technology is heading, but I mean, these writers better not put too heavy of a fist on there, or they're just gonna have AI bots writing everything.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's not good.
All right, on to Step Brothers.
Yes.
Catalina wedding mixer.
Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, even all the side characters in this movie were fucking great.
This movie's on a short list of no matter how many times you watch it, it's always fun. It's like it's up there with Major League.
It's a top 10 comedy,
Yes,
I think,
easily.
of all time.
Yeah, I think it's up there.
And it's interesting because this is kind of like a cult classic, but I don't think it's, universally loved. There's a lot of people that like it, but not like everybody loves this movie, which blows me away.
I mean,
I don't get it.
It did well in theaters. I know it wasn't like a bust or anything like that, or a box office bomb.
No, but when the movie was over and I was looking at
128 million for an R-rated movie.
that's pretty decent.
And that's just in the U.S. So yeah, that was huge.
I was kind of shocked at just like the Rotten Tomatoes and like the scores and all that, like very mid, and I thought the movie deserved better.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
You know what the customer, not the customer, the general
What does the journal say?
percentage score?
What?
69%.
69. Well, comedies
Okay,
don't
that's funny.
comedies don't usually score well anyway.
Right.
You know. But yeah, first image we see of Will Ferrell in this movie is him heating up some nachos, and he's about to jerk off to a woman on TV doing yoga. And even his mom's like right there, and he's like, "Mom, I'm watching the thing with the lady." So like even letting her know, like, leave, I'm about to jerk off. And then John C. Reilly is playing Guitar Hero and bitching to his dad that he needs more money for pizza and wings. There's not enough, Dad. I just love how they act like sometimes teenagers, but a lot of times they act like they're 4 years old.
Right.
Like fucking bratty toddlers.
This whole movie is all about just little improvisations and just like little things they threw in there.
Well, the thing that always struck me is just how farcical these two guys are. Like they're playing like loser teenager, like to the nth level.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Dale and Brennan's parents hook up and fall in love when they realize they both have 40-year-old sons that live at home. He's giving the presentation. He's like, you get, oh, my face between those breasts. And like to her credit, I forgot that actress's name.
Mary Steenburgen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She looked
damn.
amazing in
did.
that scene.
Right.
And really for the whole movie, like she looked really good.
It was wild because she was in Back to the Future 3 and she looked very kind of, matronly and kind of, oh, okay.
Right.
And, fast forward like 15 years and she looked even hotter in this.
Damn, she was once married to Ted Danson. That's crazy.
Yep.
You know what's funny is in this movie, she plays Will Ferrell's mom.
Right.
But in the show The Last Men on Earth, starring what's his name? Will Forte.
Right.
Will Ferrell plays her boyfriend in one scene. Will Ferrell has like one 30-second cameo.
Right. Yes.
And he's her boyfriend, and then like Will Forte shows up and scares everyone like boo, and then Will Ferrell just has a heart attack and dies. Like
Right.
that's it. It's fucking brilliant.
Right, and that's how she becomes part of their crew. Because
No, she was already part of the crew, I think.
was she?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she was. Yeah.
I do remember that scene. That was
But it was
funny.
just like he was away from the group for a while, and she met Will Ferrell, and like, this is my boyfriend, I love him, and then he has a heart attack and dies right away. Like you're like, oh my god, Will Ferrell's in this, and then he's dead.
Wasn't that your mother? Oh no. Okay. God.
Yeah, so they have the wedding. Obviously, Dale and Brennan don't
Hold
like
on.
it. This wedding is horse shit.
I just wanted to go back to that scene where they're on the bed and he's going over like all the things that they have in common and stuff like that. And then he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I have a 38-year-old at home, a 39-year-old at home, and she pulls up. And he's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
And she goes, I have a 40-year-old. And then that was what made them hard. And then it started going to town on
Well, I
each
think
other.
right there it was just like, holy shit, we have this instant. It's almost like two people who are grieving over the same thing.
Yes.
You have that connection.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you lost your child too? Oh, let's fuck.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, my pain.
Right.
Yes.
There's a thing
right.
about that.
Yep.
And then I like when, Nancy and Brennan are in the car. He's in the back seat. Like, just how they do the whole thing. Like, he's in the back seat. He's 40 years old, and he's sitting in the back seat. No one's in the passenger seat, but it's just to set up the whole scene that he's a fucking baby.
Yes.
It's perfect. And he's like, I'm not going to call him dad. She's like, Brennan, you're 40 years old. If I'm not, I don't expect you to call him dad. Well, I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire. Robert better not get
You better
in my
not
face.
pull any shit. I'm going to drop him.
I'm going to drop that motherfucker.
So funny. Oh God,
Amazing.
this movie.
And then Dale's trying to convince his dad. He's like, what if she sees me coming out of the shower? And he's in his tidy whities, basically. She's like, I've had the old bull. Now I want to try the young calf. And she grabs me by the wiener. Shut the fuck up!
I popped for that. That was hilarious. I just love that.
I always loved when the dad would freak out because he just had enough of their shit.
The dad was gold in this movie.
I don't know that actor's name. He's been in other stuff. He's always good, but he
Richard
was great.
Jenkins.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was gold.
So Brennan gets out of the car, and him and Dale just stare each other down. Like, Dale is standing like a 2-year-old who just learned to stand not too long ago.
Yes.
He tells Nancy he's hungry, and his dad's like, look in your right hand. And he's holding a bagel.
Yes.
I'm Dale, but you have to call me Dragon. You have to call me Nighthawk. And then there's where the title screen, Step Brothers in between them.
That was great placement. I love that.
Yeah. Then we have the dinner scene. One of my favorite lines in this movie is just when Nancy's like, oh, you guys want to try my sauce? It's called fancy sauce for me. And Will Ferrell, for me, this is mine.
And then there's
A protective 4-year-old. This is my toy.
And then there's the part where they're just being as childish as they can be. And
Yeah.
John C. Reilly's just squirting ketchup all over his plate. And his dad's like, come on, stop. He's like, I like it.
I like it.
Great shit.
So what do you do for work, Dale? I manage a baseball team. Little League? Fantasy League.
Fantasy.
And then Dale starts they tell him that, Brennan's a good singer. And he's like, oh, I can sing too. If you want to get down on these hairy balls, why don't you come right in? It's a crotch party up in here. And Brennan's like, I remember my first beer. Oh, that's so funny. Last time I laughed that hard, I fell off my dinosaur. And Brennan starts crying.
Amazing.
That hurt his feelings.
Funny.
It's fucking great.
Hilarious shit.
And then we get a flashback of Brennan's brother Derek ruining Brennan's school performance by chanting "Brennan has a mangina." Everyone's doing it, even the parents.
Even the mom. She's like, yeah. I hate to
Even
say,
I joined in.
I joined in too.
And then Derek went on to win the competition by singing "Ice Ice Baby."
lip syncing, not even singing, lip
Lip
syncing.
syncing Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
Which I can relate to because I tried out for a high school talent show once, and we actually we played instruments. We brought we had a drummer, we had guitars and everything, and we didn't make it because you know who made it on top of us?
Who?
A bunch of guys in fucking glittery jackets dancing to a Ricky Martin song.
Oh my god.
That's life.
Fucking
That
football
is
players,
life.
I bet. Weren't they football players?
No, they were just a bunch of jackasses.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Ricky Martin? Josh?
Yes.
Well, I mean, but Ricky Martin in football doesn't go
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Soccer, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
Soccer.
soccer jocks
Oh,
in
football.
Houston, Texas.
Football.
Yeah. So then we have Brennan and Dale in their, twin beds next to each other. And Dale's like, the only reason you're here is because me and my dad said your mom's really hot and we should both bang her. And we'll put up with the retard. Who's a retard?
For now.
You. Hey, you don't say that.
Well, you don't say that. Yeah.
And then Will Ferrell's like, I'm going to get a pillowcase and fill it with bars of soap and then beat the shit out of you. And then we have a funny montage of them fucking with each other. Dale kicks Brennan off the boat. Dale writes, I love crystal meth on the back of Brennan's shirt.
Good shit.
Then Brennan puts makeup on Dale while he's sleeping to make it look like his neck was cut open.
Fucking
And
had
people are
sores all
screaming.
over his head.
And then Brennan plays Dale's drum set and Dale freaks out, so Brennan then puts his nuts on the drum set. And you do see balls. Those are not Will Ferrell's balls. That was just like some prop nuts.
Okay, prop nuts.
Because he just like slammed them on there, and it was like...
Was it prop nuts,
It was prop
or
nuts.
was it like a ball double?
No, it was
Ball-
prop nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, it was prop nuts.
That was a good one, Aaron.
So they fight all over the house. They're like breaking the drywall and everything. Like fucking the two Terminators just like pushing each other through walls and shit.
This brought back actually memories between me and my brother when we would fight, and sometimes we would put a hole through the wall and stuff like that.
That happened once at Joe's house, but it was Joe's friend. He like
shit.
speared me through the wall.
Jesus Christ.
He got riled up.
I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, my ass went through the drywall.
Oh my God.
This is
Drywall's thin.
this was so fucking long ago, like at least 15 years ago.
Were you the one that got busted?
Well, I was the one that got So, all right, it doesn't matter anymore. But this is great. This is such a great story. Joe was married at the time. They've since divorced. And like, when he would get in trouble, he would just whatever. He didn't want to tell her the truth because what happened. The three of us, like, we were watching a fucking football game or something, and Joe had his friend there, and Joe was just like, "Hey, Sean, should we just I think me and you can just beat the hell out of Andrew right now." And I was like, "Let's fucking go, bitches." So like, we're just like, we're like wrestling, not, but it was roughhousing. And I like at one point was standing on the couch, and Joe's friend Sean like fucking just spears me into the wall, and like my ass went like through the drywall, and then he just kept doing it, and Joe was like, "Stop!
So
And his wife wasn't home at the time.
right?
Wait, was this at Joe's house or at your parents' house?
No, Joe's house.
Okay, so this was Joe's house they got fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Joe's like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do?" And he told his wife that he tripped on hold on, like a fucking comedy movie,
Banana
like
peel.
fucking Money Pit or some shit. Like he slipped on a toy and then went head first into the wall.
Oh, Jesus.
She did not buy it.
Of course.
And she was never told the true story of what happened.
Oh,
She's like, "Why does Andrew's ass have drywall over it?"
Wait, you went head first through the wall? Yeah, that's what happened.
Dude,
What are you
this
gonna
was
do?
this was so long ago. Like I wasn't even driving yet.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
shit.
Yeah, because she like ended up giving me like a ride home to my parents like before she even saw the hole. And then she would like ask me like what really happened, and I was like, I was in the bathroom when it supposedly happened. I don't know.
What happened was when Andrew got up to go to his house after he left the car, there was white powder on the
Maybe
passenger
no,
side.
they wiped my ass off. They wiped my ass off pretty well.
Oh my God.
Joe should have put some of it. I don't know. Maybe he did put some of the drywall in his hair.
Oh my
Be
God.
like, "Look, is it still there? I gotta get it out."
That's the best story.
I just got back from the
hilarious.
emergency room. I mean, it's terrible.
He should have went. Yeah, fucking great. Where the fuck are we in this movie? Let me see.
Fighting in the wall.
Right. Yes, the drywall. So they fight outside. The neighbor's dog attacks them. Both parents show up. They both get called from work.
Oh my God! Hold on. Before that, I'm just remembering the scene with the dog when the mom is introducing herself.
Yeah.
And
Cinnamon!
the blind guy goes, "Can I come over later and feel your face?
Touch your face. Yeah.
Can I do waterfalls on your face?"
Yeah. Face off waterfalls.
And then it cuts back to him, and then his dog's like fucking trying to eat him, and he's like,
Cinnamon!
"Shut up,
Cinnamon!
God damn it!"
That guy's
Cinnamon!
not blind.
hell was that?
There's no way that guy's blind.
Well, maybe not in real life. No, probably not. So they knock each other out with a baseball bat and a golf club. And then the next scene, they both have like ice packs on their head. They're watching like whales. And they're like, "Oh, snap." And they high five. "Still hate you. Still hate you." That's one of my favorite lines. So then they get grounded at 40. And Robert tells them they have 1 month to find jobs. Then Dale and Brennan sleepwalk and fuck up the kitchen. That's another great scene.
Jesus.
One of the best scenes. The first time I saw them sleepwalking in
Yeah.
the kitchen, I laughed for like 5 minutes.
It was hilarious.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Hilarious shit.
And then we meet Derek and his family singing in the car, but he berates his wife for singing like shit.
No, she has no tone.
You're so flat. You don't even look good when you're singing. All right, I gotta save it. Bow, bow, bow. I'm Derek.
Oh God,
and
we're
I
about
can
to
sing
crash.
high. And then he drives into traffic.
By the way, Josh, you do know who his wife is, right?
Yeah. She's Agatha.
She's Agatha
Yes.
all along. Bam, bam.
Yes.
By the
Okay.
way, this is the first time most people saw Adam Scott. Like Adam
yes.
Scott was a complete unknown at
That's
this point.
right, yes.
This is before Parks and Rec.
This was like his breakout, right?
Yeah,
Of
absolutely.
This movie, yeah.
I had no idea who he was.
Not believe how hard he worked out to get this job.
What do you mean?
Fucking got killer 6-pack abs just for this role.
Are you trolling or?
I'm trolling.
Okay, thank you. God, I said if he's that stupid. Jesus Christ.
Although I am interested in who the
Thank God. Thank God.
who the 6-pack double was.
Right. I'm just so relieved that that's not you weren't serious.
When he said that, Andrew tapped me on the arm. He's like, "Wait, shut up. Let's see if he really thinks this or not."
I would lose. Oh man, that would have been bad, Josh. That would have been really bad.
No, I
That
know
was
he
good.
wasn't.
Yeah. But no, he fucking killed it in this movie. He played like just
Douche.
everyone knows a douchebag like this guy.
Yes.
You know, just fucking annoying. I worked with one at a radio station who was just like this guy, just trying to be so fucking cool, and everyone hated him. Yeah, so Derek manages to charm Robert. He tells Robert he could sell his house for 30% above market price, and Robert likes that because he just wants to sail around the world. And then Dale visits Brennan in the treehouse, and Brennan's like, I still hate you, but you have a pretty awesome collection of nudie mags. He's like, yeah, I got them in the 70s and the 80s. It's like masturbating in a time machine.
Classic.
Derek brags about his awesome life to Dale and Brennan, and that's where he shows off the 6-pack. And
6-pack, yeah.
he dares Dale to punch him in the face, and Dale punches him in the face. And he falls down the ladder, and that makes Derek's wife fall in love with Dale. I want to roll you up into a ball and shove you up my vagina.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You can
that's
just live in
graphic.
there in your vagina? And then they make out, but Dale doesn't know how. He's like, has no idea what to do.
It didn't look like she knew how either.
Wow, she was just insane.
She was all over Dale for sure.
And then Brennan also kind of, in a way, falls in love with Dale. They
Right.
bond over their hatred of Derek.
Wow, I have so much respect for you. You punched my brother in the face.
Yeah. And he's like, you want to see something cool? He shows him a samurai sword. He's like, look at that. Look at that. Pretty distinguishable autograph. Nope. Randy Jackson from American Idol. Why do you have Randy Jackson's autograph on a martial arts weapon? Because I ran into Randy Jackson and all I had was this samurai sword, and you're not going to not get Randy Jackson's autograph. I would have done the exact same thing.
Come on, we all have a story like that. I've done that exact same thing too.
With who?
I got a autograph from Clyde Drexler on a coffee cup.
What? That's so dumb.
No,
I was at the airport one day and I saw Clyde Drexler walking around and I was like, well, I have nothing else for him to autograph.
Did he look at you like you're an idiot?
He looked like I was insane, but
Yeah.
he did autograph the coffee cup, which I no longer have.
You sold on eBay for
No.
$5.
my
wish I would
story
have, so.
trumps everybody's.
See, everyone has one.
My dad grew up in California, moved
Yeah.
to Texas, huge Dodgers fan. So the Dodgers are in town playing the Astros, and my dad's out at some restaurant or something, and he sees the manager of the Dodgers in this restaurant at the other table over there.
Tommy
So he's-
Lasorda?
Yes, Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, okay.
So he's shitting his pants like, oh my God. And he waits for Tommy Lasorda to go to the bathroom, and he's like, all right, now's my chance. So he goes to the bathroom and he quarters Tommy Lasorda while he's pissing, like, hey, I'm a big fan. And
That's awesome.
so it's super awkward. And then he comes out and afterwards he's like, well, I've got to get an autograph for my son, but I've got nothing. So he gets a restaurant, like one of those cloth restaurant napkins.
Oh my God.
And he goes and like finds a Sharpie from the manager. So I still to this day, like framed in a thing, I have this cloth restaurant napkin autographed to me with a Sharpie. From
That's
when my
great.
dad cornered him in the bathroom.
That's awesome. Okay,
is
Andrew,
awesome.
what's yours?
I don't really have one.
Oh,
I've never been a big autograph guy. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta.
I remember when I was a little kid, I was getting all the Disney characters autographs when I was like fucking 6 years old or some shit. But
From where?
When I went to Disney World.
Oh, okay.
They had an autograph book.
Mr. Goofy.
So they would just write Mickey, Goofy, Don, you know.
You've got to go awkwardly corner somebody in an airport.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like, Joe Namath never comes to Houston, but if he did, I would probably pay some money. I don't know if it was too much. I would have him sign my Namath jersey. That would be cool, but.
I was really
I
hoping
know,
you
you have
would
to
have him sign my dick.
You have to have
sign my
something
dick.
random. You're just walking around town, and the only thing you have is your iPhone. Please sign my iPhone screen. Something
How much was the Joe Montana thing?
Oh man, I don't know, like 200 something, 250,
that's a
something
lot.
like that. And that was just to get an autograph. Like that wasn't
Right.
even to like.
And then Steven took the photo.
Yeah.
He looks pissed off.
Joe Montana's kind of looking at Steven like,
You didn't pay for a picture, fucker. Yeah. So then Dale shows Brennan the night vision goggles. Holy Santa Claus shit. Can you imagine if we had these when we were 12? Even better. We got them when we're 40.
best movie quote ever.
Yeah, one of the best for sure. Then they're like, all right, favorite dinosaur, Velociraptor.
Good shit.
Favorite non-porn magazine to masturbate to. Good housekeeping.
That is
If
crazy.
you were a chick, who's the one guy you'd sleep with?
John Stamos.
What? Did we just become best friends?
That is
Yup.
crazy. Y'all both said John Stamos. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, this movie's so quotable. Like every line of this movie.
I mean, that, did we just become best friends? That's another quote that is,
Oh yeah. Everyone says that all
it's
the time.
used forever. Like when they made fun of Batman versus Superman. Like the memes. Like my mom's name's Martha. My mom is Martha. My mom's Martha. Did we just become best friends?
Yup.
That's one of the best memes. Then we have a montage of them bonding. They're playing swords in the bathroom. They're measuring their dicks.
God.
Their dicks are both 4 inches long.
Sword
Hard.
fight. Did any of you guys ever have sword fights when you were little?
No.
Okay.
With,
Oh
with,
god. I never.
You missed out, Josh.
With Dominic, my brother Dominic.
That's like a thing.
It was his idea.
It's like
He's
you can
8 years older than me.
Oh
you can
Lord.
you can only do this when you're like 7 years old. But
Yeah, so he was like
But-
he was like 12 and I was 4.
there's a window that you miss.
Okay, so we're not sword fighting
So you
later.
played swords with who? Like a friend or what?
No, like my dad, because he was he was trying to like, no, this is what guys do. I'm like, okay.
It's a good thing you didn't tell anyone.
This is what me and
By
Tommy
the way,
Lasorda
hey,
did.
son, this is just a secret between you and me, right?
This is what me and Tommy Lasorda did in the bathroom.
What did you and Dad do today? He told me not to talk about it.
Oh shit!
You know, to be
I
fair,
have
I
not
don't know.
experienced that.
You know, that makes me wonder. Now I have to ask my brother, where did you find out about swords?
From Joe.
Where did Joe find out about it? Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
You've got some splaining.
No, it's like
to
I called
do.
my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, I have a question for you. Joe told me that you guys played swords together. And he was like, yeah, we did. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why didn't you play with me?
No. You just call him up. Hey,
Fuck
Dad.
you.
Do you know what sword fighting is? Who told you about that?
It's the first rule of sword fighting. You don't talk about another man's dick. So yeah, they also watch Steven Seagal break a guy's arm. They get really excited about that.
Amazing.
It's great.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah. Then they turn their beds into bunk beds, but not before asking for permission like 30 times. Robert's like, I don't care. And they're like, so... And they don't do it until Nancy says, yes, you could do it.
And then they start working on it, and they're like using drills and saws and shit, and
Dale!
they're like shouting,
Dale,
like,
no power tools!
No power tools. No, no, it's okay. I'm done anyways.
I'm done now. Well, first he says it's his toothbrush. He's I'm brushing my teeth. That is not your toothbrush.
What the fuck did they expect was going to happen when they were going to make bunk beds?
Yeah.
You can't make bunk beds without power tools.
Yeah,
Crazy
of course it
motherfuckers.
collapses on Brennan as soon as Dale hops on it.
Of course.
The bunk beds were a terrible idea. Why'd you let us do that? It's so bad. And then he just has like a little fucking like paper cut or some shit.
Jesus.
So next up, they do the interview montage. We're interviewing as a team. We're here to fuck shit up. And they just start pushing people around.
Classic shit.
And of course, everyone hates them, except for Seth Rogen, who has a little cameo in there.
Yeah, he was willing to give him a shot.
He's like, yeah, you guys are cool in tuxedos. Yeah, it's great. You're hired unless you're like the weirdest guys ever.
And I don't see that. Like Dale has like an Andre the Giant length fart.
But really, that was the final straw, Seth Rogen.
Well, because he said this is a small room. Okay, now the tuxedos seem kind of fucked up.
So what was his first leading movie? Was it Knocked Up, or
Yes.
or was there something before that?
It was Knocked Up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was in. He had like one line in Anchorman. He was like a cameraman.
He was
like,
in Anchorman. He was in 40-Year-Old
40-Year-Old Virgin was like his coming out thing, where it's like,
Right.
holy shit, he's hilarious.
Right. I was trying to remember his first like leading role.
Did you ever watch Freaks and Geeks?
No, I still haven't. I've
Pretty
heard
good.
I've heard nothing but good
Dude,
things.
it's Seth Rogen, James Franco. Like they're both in it. Like, yeah, it's
I
pretty
know.
good. It was only one season.
I know, and that dude that was in that Bones TV show.
Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of things. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things.
He wrote Spider-Man Homecoming. Him and
oh
his,
shit!
Him and his buddy wrote like the main kid in the show.
Right.
Wow.
Because there's two main characters. It's him and his sister. But he ended up writing Spider-Man Homecoming with his buddy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's my favorite Spider-Man film. So yeah. Dale and Brennan decide to start an entertainment company called Prestige Worldwide. Really, it was all Dale's idea. And then on the walk home, they're bullied and beaten up by a bunch of middle school kids, and Brennan is forced to lick some white dog shit.
I just love that whole like I can't go down this side of the street at this time. And he's like, why? I just can't. Oh fuck it, we'll risk it. I guess. And then all this-
I'll lick the white dog shit if you just leave us alone, Mr. Kardaki.
Mister.
Yeah, just get their asses kicked.
all those fucking 11-year-olds tuning them up.
And Robert and Nancy tell Dale and Brennan that they're selling the house and they're going to sail around the world. And Dale and Brennan have to go to therapy. And they'll also be given money for an apartment. And Brennan's like, I got a belly full of white dog shit in me. And now I got a belly full of white dog shit. And now you lay this shit on me? So Brennan then sings for Dale. Let's give him something to talk about. And Dale's looking at him like he's a god. You know, your voice is a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
Amazing.
And then they dress up like Nazis and KKK Klan members to stop potential buyers from buying the house.
I love that montage of them
Yeah.
just like getting people to not buy the house.
Hey, you're going to love it. Everyone here recycles. Hey, Derek, sprechen Sie dick. And then later, like, Will Ferrell pretends to be dead, but he's blinking the whole time.
Right.
Eat shit, Derek. And then Dale goes to his therapist, and he's just, doing the plot of Good Will Hunting, where he's like, is this Good Will Hunting? Nope. Sounds exactly like the plot of Good Will Hunting. Yeah, well, my best friend's Ben Affleck. And then Brennan immediately falls in love with his therapist. He's like, I love you. Oh, well, you don't know. I love you so much. My penis is tingling right now, and just thinking about our lives together.
I'm
I feel like a
flattered,
lightning
but
bolt
no.
hit the tip of my penis.
Yeah. Then we have Derek's birthday dinner. Derek's wife, Allison, rapes Dale in the bathroom.
It did seem like that.
Dale's like, it's all slippery. Oh, it's tingly. Something's going to happen.
Something's gonna happen.
Good shit.
Then Dale and Brennan show their Prestige Worldwide presentation with their music video, Boats and Hose, filmed on Robert's boat.
Oh, Jesus.
I still have this ringtone for my friend Eric.
Eric.
Not Eric Hamilton, but my other friend Eric when he calls me.
Boats and hose.
That's funny.
My boats and hose.
I'll do you in the bottom while you're drinking sangria. Nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down because my dick can float. We sail around the world and go port to port. Every time I come, I produce a quart.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, we can recite this
that
shit.
was a little bit too visual.
It's great.
Again, I used to work at Chase Bank, and one time I forgot to mute my phone. I was helping this woman, and Eric called me.
Oh, this is a great
Lord.
story.
And it just like Boats and Hose just started playing. I was like, oh shit, turn that shit off.
Excuse me, young man.
Yeah. So then they crashed the boat, and they left it all in. Like that's part of the music video.
They left the boat crash.
They left the boat crash, and Robert like seeing that and like just flipping out was so fucking great. You guys are jagaloons.
He couldn't even make up a bad word. He
Come
made
on,
up
Dad.
a bad word.
Are you gonna invest or not?
Did he give us 10 grand or not?
Yeah.
Come on, Dad.
You write me and Dale a check for $10,000 right now. So he comes back, he spanks Brennan and tells Dale, "You're next." "Yes, sir." It's fucking great.
I actually thought when I originally saw the movie, I thought they were going to wash his mouth out with soap.
Right.
I don't know. That was funny too.
Spanking was good. So then on Christmas Eve, Robert leaves to go to the Cheesecake Factory while Dale and Brennan open presents. Hulk hands! Dale got Hulk hands? He's all jealous.
Jesus.
And then Dale and Brennan sleepwalk again, and they throw Christmas presents in the bedroom. Then they bring the Christmas tree in the bedroom.
This is super selective sleepwalking. Super selective.
So Robert tries to wake them up, but they freak out and they throw Robert down the stairs. The next day, and you'll only see this if it's the unrated version. This was not in the theatrical release, but the next day for Christmas dinner, Dale fucks Allison in the other room.
Like
It's such an absurd scene.
like 9 feet away from the dinner table.
It's so over the top. Like they fall into the dining room
Let's do something illegal.
while they're having sex,
Like
and no
while-
one figures it out.
Yeah.
They do it twice, and no one oh yeah, her back's out of place. I'm helping her with her back.
2 different positions. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then Robert and Nancy announce that they're getting a divorce, and Dale and Brennan cry like little kids, and Derek takes a picture of them. It's good stuff.
I just love it. They're like, is it because of us? Please don't tell us because of
It
us.
is your fault, you fucking idiot. You destroyed my boat.
It's 150% your fault.
You're goddamn
You beat me
right.
up in your sleep. Of course it's their fault. They're the 2 biggest idiots on the planet. Yeah. So last night in the house, Dale and Brennan, they spent, one night last night in the house, but they blame each other for what happened. So Brennan plays Dale's drum set, so Dale hits him with a cymbal, and he thinks he's killed him. So Dale digs a hole, but Brennan was faking and hits Dale in the head with the shovel and starts burying him alive. He's like, I'm alive. You're waking the neighbors. Shut up. And Brennan buries him, but Dale crawls out. Brennan screams zombie. And they fight till they fall asleep. Another thing I forgot to mention was after their first fight, the mom's like, I watched my son yell the word rape. He's like, I honestly thought I was going to get raped. He had this crazy look in his eye, and he said, let's get it on. He's like, I was talking about the fight. I'm so not a raper. A raper.
That fight was so farcical. Like the cops totally would have been called so
course.
earlier.
Yeah.
She's squirting him down with a water hose.
So they finally start to grow up. Brennan gets a job at his brother's company. Dale gets a catering job, and he takes off his Chewbacca mask while he's doing his taxes,
I just love like
Gotta act your age.
underneath that song. Like that is their version of adulting.
Yeah.
Gotta take off my Chewbacca mask.
And then the best part, Brennan runs out of toilet paper, and he has to wipe his ass with the bathroom rug.
Oh.
And then the next shot is him walking out of a fucking Costco, and he's got like 50 rolls of toilet paper, and he does like a yes,
Like, yeah.
I did it.
That's my
He's so
version
proud
of
of himself.
adulting. I bought toilet paper. Yeah.
And then Dale reads Montel Williams autobiography, goes to sleep at 8:43 p.m.
Right.
It's fucking amazing. And then Brennan tells Derek he wants to take on the Catalina wine mixer, and Derek threatens Brennan while Rob Riggle yells, "Pow!
Pow. 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 Pow.
If I don't make my nut, Brennan, this guy over here is gonna eat your dick like Kobayashi."
I've seen him do it on international waters.
Was this Rob Riggle's first thing?
No,
No?
he was on SNL. That's why he's
Oh, I forgot
in Will
about
Ferrell's shit.
that. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, he never was that big of a star. He was in Talladega Nights. He had a small role.
Oh, yeah.
He was like one of the NASCAR hosts.
That's right.
Interesting.
But yeah, I've always liked Rob Riggle. He's hilarious. So then we have the Catalina wine mixer. This is one of my favorite final scenes of any movie.
Beautiful.
Like, it's fucking perfect. And I even get emotional in this fucking scene.
Yes.
And it's a comedy, and I'm like,
beautiful.
I'm tearing up.
In a dick joke movie, they actually make you
Yeah.
feel something.
Right. So Robert and Nancy are shocked at how professional and boring their sons are. We have Horatio Sands as the wedding singer, but the fucking singer, playing strictly 80s Billy Joel songs, and even like fucks it up. He's like, sometimes you got to remember how to keeping the faith. And like this one asshole who's like, he looks like Louis C.K., but he's been in like a lot of movies.
Oh, right.
I
He
know
was the
guy.
doctor in Hangover.
Yes.
Who was like, you got roofied.
Yep.
But he's like, he's yelling out, start the fire. And he's like, we strictly do 80s Joel. And then he's like booing them. He's like, listen, motherfucker, we only do 80s Joel. So take your skate cooker wife and get the fuck out of here. So it ruins the whole event. And Derek fires Brennan. And then Robert tells Dale and Brennan to fill in to be the entertainment. And that's where like Robert's best lines. He tells him that how when he was a kid, he wanted to be a dinosaur. I wanted to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex more than anything in the world. I would roam around the backyard and kick over things, roar. And one day when I was 17,
17.
my father was like, get a fucking job.
You're 17, get a job.
He's like, all right, I'll go to medical school, but I'll come back to it. And I forgot how to do it. And then Will Ferrell's like, how is that a skill? The moral is don't lose your dinosaur. Prestige worldwide, that's what you got to do. And Brennan's not sure, but Dale's like, my dad's right. This isn't me. I'm fucking miserable. I had to wake up at 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh, fucking
Which,
hilarious.
man, I can relate to that because I'm fucking 36 and I still struggle to wake up in the morning.
Wow, it's tough.
Even at 10 o'clock. Dale goes to the stage and starts playing Boats and Hose by himself with the, on the drums. And Derek and his friends start chanting, Dale has a mangina. So Brennan goes to the stage, pops in a cassette, and sings Porti, whatever the fuck, how you pronounce it. Volare. Doo-doo-doo. And he does it so beautifully. Like Will Ferrell could actually sing his ass off.
Right.
Yeah.
And he does it so well that he wins everyone over as Dale drops in Boats and Hose like every 30 seconds.
Yes.
Fuck, it's so weird. I forgot about that.
And we see Robert and Nancy remember how they fell in love. Allison has a fantasy of Dale as a unitar. And then the part I get emotional was when Derek
Yes.
remembers Brennan helping him fly a kite when they were little kids.
That's what got everybody. Yeah.
I made a kite fly. Brennan, you're the best big brother ever. And like Derek starts tearing up and smiling.
Yeah, how does that not get you?
Brennan's therapist has a fantasy of Brennan as a lumberjack.
Right.
I traveled 4,000 miles to give you my seed. Lumberjack. Yeah.
It's amazing.
And then at the very end, he finishes the song, like one of the ice sculptures blows up and everyone's like, it's a fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's a fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Amazing.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Which
Yeah.
is a real thing now, by the way.
Right.
Amazing shit.
I'd love to
that.
go. I'd love to go. Brennan and Derek awkwardly hug for the first time ever. They're like kind of like fighting through it.
That was amazing, seeing them struggle to hug.
Yeah.
And finally, they settled on a high five.
I imagine if I ever like had a nice moment with Josh and I tried to hug him, like that's how it would go.
Right.
Maybe.
That's
For
kind of what I
sure.
picture.
Yeah.
Josh would probably hug you like Tony Khan hugs wrestlers.
Maybe.
Like,
I do like giving out hugs. Yeah, I'm a hugger. You got to hug 10 times a day.
like yourself.
No, just
That's how
anybody.
you
It helps in increase endorphins.
You're
and
gonna
make you
go.
happier.
You're gonna go to jail, Josh.
No,
if you keep doing that.
you get consent first. You get consent for the 10 hugs.
So you hugged 10 people today.
I have not.
Yeah, you fucked up.
No, you don't need to
I
hug
can
10
hug y'all
people, you
both
just need
5
10
times.
hugs.
No.
Right. I can both hug y'all 5 times for the end
That's
of the
what
day.
you got to do with your kids when they start getting like too cool for you. It's like, no, you have to hug me or you'll die.
Jesus. Yeah. Well, we're Italian. We always, Italians are very affectionate. So I think we'll be okay.
No, we're waspy. We're fucked.
Dale breaks up with Allison and she freaks out. And then
so sad.
months later, Robert and Nancy are back together. Dale and Brennan are back living with them.
Right.
And they also opened up a karaoke bar. But then Dale's like, yeah, but if you can't sing, just sit down. Like they have like rules for karaoke. It's like, okay.
So it's a very limited karaoke
Right,
business.
yeah.
Very limited.
And then Robert and Nancy made a treehouse out of the boat. Pirate hats!
Amazing.
Hustlers! Dad, that was so thoughtful.
Okay, so like if you like really look at this scene, like when they first go into the boat,
Yeah.
you can see like the tops of the little kids' heads in there as well.
Uh-huh.
So it kind of makes me laugh when they're holding up the hustlers. Like the little
Right.
kids are seeing the hustlers too, maybe. It
Yeah.
makes me laugh.
And then the therapist tells Robert and Nancy, like, this is, completely fucked up, right? And they're like, of course. But Brennan can sure wear the shit out of that pirate hat. So she's completely fallen for him.
Yeah, lumberjack.
And then Chewbacca masks. It's okay that mine's not movie quality.
Good shit. Good shit.
Last line before the credits. And then, we got a mid-credit scene of Dale and Brennan getting off of one of Brennan's brother's helicopters and getting revenge on Mr. Kardaki and the middle schoolers who beat them up.
Amazing.
This whole thing, like fucking John C. Reilly on the like merry-go-round thing, just like punching them in a row,
Amazing. As the doves are flying behind them.
kicking them like the Matrix with the doves and everything. Yeah, it was good stuff.
So is this about the time where all those like things started coming around where people were like, how many 12-year-olds do you think you could beat up before you like got overwhelmed?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I felt like
I feel
it
like that's
came
more of a
around
recent thing, but
recently maybe. Okay.
I don't know.
Don't know.
You know, this movie reminded me. So Will Ferrell was a huge star, but John C. Reilly just wasn't, and I don't understand why.
But I mean, he's a character actor. He could play any role. He was in shit before this.
Well, right, but why can't a guy like that be a lead actor?
I
Like,
mean, usually
I
when
mean,
you're a character actor, that's not.
I mean, some guys are just character actors, but John C. Reilly always seemed like a guy that this guy could be a lead comedic actor.
Yeah,
Why couldn't he?
right.
I never understood that.
He got stuck in with Will Ferrell always being his number 2.
Yeah, but he was just as good. I mean, it was like Dumb and Dumber, like they were both just as good.
Yeah,
For sure.
Like everyone thought Jim Carrey was going to outshine, what's his name?
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah,
But Jeff Daniels was just as great.
yeah.
They threaten the main bully, but they don't make him lick the white dog shit. And then, like, as the kid's running away, he's like, say hi to your dad. I went to high school with him. And then Dale asks Brennan one more time if he touched his drum set, but Brennan still denies it. And then we have a post-credit scene where Dale and Brennan get out of bed and they start sleepwalking again, but we don't obviously see where that goes. But yeah,
Setting up a potential number 2.
the number 2 will never happen. It was teased a few years back. But
and
no.
that's for the best. We all saw
Yeah.
Anchorman 2. We don't need that.
It's true.
Just enjoy this.
Absolutely.
For what it was.
So before we move on, I figured we'd watch the blooper reel together on here because it's one of the best blooper reels ever. All right, here we go. Step Brothers bloopers. Bam.
Mom, what's one thing that you can't talk to me about?
My sexual fantasies.
Mom, I mean, come on. This is horse shit.
Think you're gonna lose permanent function?
It's a waiting game right now. We won't know.
You can lick my balls. I did not mean it that way.
Did not mean it that way.
What way did you mean it?
If that was what you're into, you could do it.
Majestic wolf lamp and his family. This is Galco, which is Hebrew for kindness.
Galco? What about the pup?
The pup is unnamed because you can't put a name on the innocence of that face.
I've also been looking into how to raise rabbits for meat.
Sorry.
Okay.
I won't throw up.
Okay. Don't throw me out the window! Come on! No! No!
Say you're sorry.
I didn't need that.
Are you listen to me, guys? Look at me. Guys.
Derek, someone should teach these kids some manners.
Someone should teach you how to keep your trap shut.
Oh my God.
Some of it might have
You just farted.
We have good times.
Did you really just fart?
We're not afraid to have
Ed Helms.
Did you just fart? No, and you know I'll claim it if I did. You're stuck on a desert island.
Yeah.
Favorite female news?
I've had these moments before.
You fucking smirker. This is impossible. Here we go.
Have you ever done it so much you had to put your dick in the freezer? Have you ever done it so much in one period of time? Last July, I was doing so much fucking.
This
Last
movie's
summer
so far
was like my biggest summer for pussy. Do you ever cut a fart in a girl's face while you're doing it? This 1 month, I got so much pussy, I had to ice my balls. Shit.
It's the biggest helicopter leasing event in the Western Hemisphere since 1997. You understand?
You've actually seen him eat a man's penis?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna drive it into your temple. Prepare yourself for a fight that's coming.
I don't want that.
It's gotta be a huge market for opera rap, right? We need to get work. We need to get work right.
Opera rap.
Drop the Yankee, give that hoe a shout.
Get my coat out the dugout.
Boats and hoes. I gotta have me my boats and hoes.
That was great. I could have watched a movie of that. I guess we did.
Yeah.
Everything about this movie, it just makes you happy. It's funny every time.
The deleted scenes in that movie are really good too. There's the part where they're all like having their fantasies and like, you know, the flashbacks when Will Ferrell's singing and they show Rob Riggle crying. There's a deleted scene where he's crying and then they show his fantasy or his past and it's like his high school football coach like about to fuck him.
You know what?
Fucking hilarious.
You know the flashback I needed? I needed the flashback of the dad doing the
Going in his backyard.
Oh my God, that would have been great.
Amazing.
Yeah. Good show.
Yes.
Will Ferrell bloopers, man. You could watch those all day for any movie. Like even Anchorman 2, which was not that funny, but the bloopers were fucking hilarious.
It's comedy gold.
Yeah. All right, so let's do fan questions. 199 Big T, question for Josh. What one item in Andrew's home have you already put your nutsack on or
come on.
will put your nutsack on in the future? Josh, to die. Answer that question.
Never. I respect Andrew Way too much to put my nutsack on anything.
I don't believe one fucking word of that.
I mean, maybe.
God damn it, Aaron.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to murder him.
I put my nutsack on the toilet all the time. You know, because
why would you put it on the toilet?
Well, no,
that's not where it goes.
Well, I put it in the toilet, I guess is what you mean.
The fuck? You rub your nuts all over the toilet seat?
Well, that's the whole point of putting your sack on things. It's not on things it's supposed to go on.
Jesus.
I have not put my nuts on anything in Andrew's house.
You never went commando in that bed, right? That you slept in sometimes?
Oh, he 100% has. Are you kidding me?
I have.
Do you know, Josh?
I have not. I have not. No.
Okay.
I don't go commando often.
Thank you.
But when I do, you know, it's special times.
But when I do, it's in your house.
No, it's special times. There's never any
in your
special
guest
times
bed.
in Andrew's house.
I don't always sleep with my dick out, but when I do, it's in your guest room.
That's not true. That's not true.
Anita, Dick, and me.
Yep.
Hey, guys. Wanted to give my ratings for the movies I saw this week. Evil Dead Rise.
Yes.
As a horror movie, 9.5. A lot of blood and violence. Overall, I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, shit.
Still very enjoyable movie theater experience, and with a good crowd, you might find yourself laughing at times.
That was the one about the mom who wanted to kill her daughter or whatever?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like the original Bruce Campbell Evil Dead movies, they were more like campy and funny.
Yeah.
They weren't legit scary, terrifying,
Right.
and like super like cringy gore. And the more recent ones have been like really like scary, cringy gore.
Over the top
It's
satanic?
total different tone.
Yes.
From yes, Vince the devil.
Andy Baconi, what song can you perfectly lip sync?
Boats and Hoes.
Boats and Hoes. I mean, a lot of Eminem. Eminem was like my shit back in the day.
Sure.
I've done karaoke as Eminem before.
Yes, he has.
It was awesome.
There was one time that
Should we do karaoke?
Andrew and I went out like many years ago, and we went to some karaoke bar.
It was Drink Houston.
Yeah, and I couldn't understand why Andrew was so psyched about this. And then he went and put an Eminem song on the queue.
Yeah.
And it was, what the hell was that song?
The way you move it, I can't believe it.
Oh, shit.
I ain't never seen an ass like
Ass
that.
like that. That's right. And
The
he
way you
was,
shake it.
He was hitting every fucking line, and he had this whole room of
Dude, they were all dancing to
like
it.
white people, black people, brown
was
people.
awesome.
Everybody was. He had them at his.
I
fucking
united
fingertips.
everyone.
It was amazing.
Calm down there, Cody Rhodes.
It was so good.
Bobby the Mark Soydam, you know what's good for elbow pain? If you lick my asshole.
Nice.
We totally missed that one. That's
Very
a good
nice.
Danny DeVito's Duck. As a Will Ferrell movie, it's a 10 out of 10.
one. For sure.
As a Christopher Nolan movie, 2 out of 10. 1 point for no use of CGI. Oh, that's true. So we didn't give our ratings. I mean,
There was CGI.
So we started a whole thing with that.
Yes, we
where
did.
now there's like a rating, and then like as a whatever rating.
as a Will Ferrell movie, I agree, 10 out of 10.
So-
as a comedy, it's a 10 out of 10. That's what it is.
To your credit, Andrew, it seems like everybody sided with you.
Thank you.
No, not
Josh and I were like, no, you have to rate it as a movie across the board, and it seems like everybody agrees with you.
I'm rating it as
that
a movie across the
It's
board.
like you have to
and
rate it
it's a
for
7.5.
what it is, because that's a fair argument. Like
7.5?
7.5.
7.5?
As a movie across the board.
You laughed the whole time.
As a movie across the board.
The whole hour 40, Josh, you laughed.
Yeah,
hard.
and it didn't make sense, Andrew. I'm rating it as a movie across the board.
okay, but
That doesn't make sense.
as a comedy,
It's a 10 out of 10.
it's a 10 out of 10.
I mean, it's a
On a
10 out of
ratio.
10, period.
I don't
Period.
take. I don't take the easy
Both-
way out of my rating.
Both ratings.
This is the movie. Like before this movie, I didn't like Will Ferrell that much.
true.
And I thought, oh, he's just that fucking clown that goes out and goes, oh, I'm Will Ferrell. And then I saw this movie, and this movie changed my mind about Will Ferrell. And I retroactively went back and watched Anchorman and other things. I'm like, oh, I like this guy.
Oh, yeah, I took Aaron on his Will Ferrell journey for sure.
Yeah.
Of course,
no.
now Will Ferrell's not funny anymore. It's
No,
a shame.
no.
Like him and John C. Reilly made that Sherlock Holmes movie, and it was fucking terrible.
I still haven't seen that.
I watched like
that's probably
20
best.
minutes on TV, and I was like, this is so bad.
I heard bad things, and
I mean, the trailer looked awful.
I wasn't excited about it.
So what was your rating, Aaron?
Of
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers,
Step
10
Brothers.
out of 10.
Yeah, 10.
10 out of 10?
It's a
Okay.
perfect comedy.
Tits?
You think cocaine... You don't think Cocaine Bear was better than this movie?
We have okay. If we bring up Cocaine Bear one more fucking time, I can't.
He brought it up.
I can't.
He brought it up.
I can't do.
You
Cocaine
can't possibly
Bear
think that, Josh. You can't.
No. I mean,
So what was Cocaine Bear then?
wasn't Cocaine Bear like a 7?
So it's that close? Jesus.
Cocaine Bear was good. Cocaine Bear was
All right.
really good.
Chief Nakahomer, we all know a guy who's like Adam Scott's character.
Yes.
For me, it's one of my friends, mean, cocky, and successful, but down to earth.
Oh no.
I don't know how Adam Scott's guy is down to earth.
He didn't seem down
No.
there.
Pushfire Barry, his quotes, I can sing high like this, punch me in the fucking face, or Dane Cook, pay-per-view, 20 minutes, let's go.
That's pretty good.
That's the most douchiest thing anybody could say.
Push Dane Cook.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Barry,
really like
could
that.
sing high.
Like this.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean, that's
pretty
not
good,
what
too.
is these, but none of these are his best line, I don't think.
Well, his best lines, it's
They're
a
all
fucking
good, though.
Catalina wine mixer.
They're all very good though. That's the problem with this movie. Like, what's the best Will Ferrell quote in this movie? What's the best John C. Reilly quote in this movie?
Right.
Like, how do you
You'd
even
have to go through it again?
like? There's so many. There's so many quotes in this movie. You can't even pick a best quote.
And then you get the dad at the end of the movie out of left field saying he used to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. It's good stuff.
And my dad told me I had to grow up at 17.
Omar, what? We didn't review Mama Mafia. What kind of non-progressive bullshit is that? Ray Liotta would be rolling over at his grave because we didn't review this. Just kidding. Low key, I got a thing for Catherine Hahn, and the scene where she fucks in a bathroom was kind of hot. P.S. Aaron, what the fuck? Where have you been, dog? Tell us what you think about that shitty season finale of Mandalorian.
Oh man,
Aaron, 1 minute recap.
That was
go.
bad.
man,
It was disappointing.
it's hard because they gave us 2 perfect seasons of this amazing Star Wars show, and then season 3 it went off in left field. They threw Moff Gideon in at the end for 2 episodes. There's no build up to it at all. It's hard to be a fan after that season.
Yeah. Stephen with a V, I was just re-listening to your Patreon episode on Ready to Rumble. Gotta say, I found that movie funnier and more memorable than Step Brothers. I think Step Brothers is overrated. Watching 2 grown men act like stupid little children, not hilarious. Counterpoint, Ready to Rumble is also 2 grown men acting like
children.
stupid little children.
Yes. And if I need to, bring this point to make it obvious, this whole podcast is grown men acting like stupid children.
Yeah.
So,
Serious adult stupid children. Sure.
Yeah. PCJ, seriously, Step Brothers review before Office Space. I mean, I would love to do Office Space one of these days.
yeah, we need to do
Love
that.
that movie as well.
Have we not done that yet? I guess not.
He's still doing his top 5 like Josh and I used to do, but he's got top 5 Will Ferrell films. Talladega Nights, #1, Old School, Blades of Glory, Night at the Roxbury, and Elf.
Wow, Step Brothers not even
Honorable
in the
mention
top
to the
5.
kid. I mean, no Step Brothers, no Anchorman. That's you got Talladega Nights. All right.
I think Talladega Nights is easily number 1.
Interesting.
No, Step Brothers.
I've never seen Night at the Roxbury. Never seen that one.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do mine. #1 right now.
He did make a lot of good movies, to be fair.
I mean, for me, it's #1 Step Brothers, #2 Anchorman, #3 Talladega Nights, #4. I mean, does Old School count?
Shit, we're missing the best Will
Old School
Ferrell.
counts, I guess, 4.
He was such a supporting character in Old
I
School.
mean, he was the best part. He was the best part in Old
would,
School.
I would definitely have Elf in the top 5 for sure.
The best Will Ferrell movie we haven't named. The one where he's a cop with Mark Wahlberg.
No,
That's the best.
the movie sucked.
Get the fuck out of here.
That movie sucked.
I'm sure this is just going to start an argument, but did either of you see, what was it, Stranger Than Fiction? The one where he was like
I didn't see that one.
a book character?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meh for
Yeah,
you.
It was okay, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like it's no Step Brothers, but
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
All right, thank you there. All right, that's all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hollywood Hog Pod. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. You could catch up on our reviews of The Last of Us, The Mandalorian, and we're starting Barry Season 4 this week.
Oh, no.
It's only $3 a month. You can cancel anytime. And next week on the main show, a lot of you might might not know what this movie is, but it's Setsu!
Are we actually doing that?
Setsu!
Yes.
Shit.
I'm so excited.
It's basically John Wick, but killing Nazis.
Killing Nazis. Oh my God. Nobody's gonna
looks
know.
awesome,
Nobody's gonna know what this movie is, but
No.
I'm really excited about it.
I mean, no one really knew about John Wick. It was just that Keanu Reeves is in it, but still, everyone was like, that looks dumb. I remember, we were all making fun of the trailer.
I know. When the John Wick, I was convinced I was never gonna watch John Wick.
Yeah.
And then I just had so many people telling me,
Right.
dude, you gotta watch John Wick.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think it was you. I think I watched it here at your house, and I was like, what the fuck? That was awesome.
Right.
It's going to be Setsu.
Yeah, it looks great. Can't wait. See you next week.